What do you think pond bag means?
You'll find out in this episode. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back to Heart Officers. My name is Kyle.
My name is Zach.
And in this episode, we'll be going to, yes, as you heard in the intro, a place called Pond Bag.
Pond bag.
Do you know what we're talking about?
It means Ikebukuro.
It's Ikebukuro.
It's in Tokyo. It's called Ikebukuro.
Ike means pond and Bukuro means bag.
Oh my god.
And the kanjis also mean pond and bag.
Pond bag.
What a great name for a city.
Indeed.
We went there, we found some incredible things. Let's not waste any more of your time, and let's just jump in.
Absolutely.
Look at me dancing.
Look at that excited young man.
That's a guy who's really ready to look at this place. It's Suruga-ya.
Our favorite game chain, potentially, in Japan?
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, and the Ikebukuro is one of the, I don't know, I wouldn't say one of the better ones because they're all pretty good. But I mean, like, I feel like it was a good use of the space they had because I feel like it was one of the smaller Suruga-yas we've been to.
Yeah, but lots of cool stuff to find.
Absolutely.
As you're about to see. Look at that cool cat with sunglasses.
Yeah, do you get footage of that, right? Yeah, look at that cat butt. Good. Sweet.
Down into the basement of games.
Down into the basement. It's actually kind of far from Ikebukuro Station. Like, it was, like a 10-minute walk at least?
Yeah, kind of out of the way.
Yeah, but
that's how they can give you these great prices.
It's true. That's what the deals are. Ooh.
Looking at some random junk here.
Yeah.
Like what?
Oh, dude, that's a Famiclone. Don't really want one of those, but I mean, it's cool they have it. They're so cheap. Like, that's the thing is, every time I find one, I'm just like, man, I think I want this, but then I don't get it because it's not what I want, actually. Oh.
What did we find?
Oh, right. Yeah, we talked about this in the last video.
Oh, Aquanaut's Holiday. Yeah, this is the one I actually bought for 100 yen. I knew it was out there for 100 yen, so I waited, and patience paid off.
Absolutely. It's
I've tinkered around with it a little bit.
Oh, did you really?
It's just like a weird toy. You float around in the ocean, and you're supposed to... I never really got to the point where I was actually supposed to do stuff. So far, I'm just kind of like floating around.
So it's like the secret Atlantis Atlantis level in Treasure of the Deep on PlayStation where you're like a scuba guy. That game is like a game with actual threats and enemies, and it just turns into like fun stuff for the secret final level. Ooh.
Sounds cool.
Echoes of Time.
Oh, hey, look at this.
Did you get that?
I thought about buying it, but I didn't.
Oh.
I will eventually. I love this genre.
You debated on that a lot, though, I remember, now that I recall that.
I'm a sucker for those kinds of just like dungeon crawling, hack and slash.
Oh, here it is again. You ready? God. No.
$80.
God, man, I want it.
Zach's been looking at this every opportunity he gets, but it's always expensive. It was cheaper at the Shinjuku one.
It was like 6,500, yeah, but even that I don't want to pay, honestly. All them Game Boy Advance games, some Famicom discs. No, those are Game Boy Mini, the re-releases.
Famicom Mini Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah. PlayStation 2, so much PlayStation 2.
All the PS2 games.
Oh, what's this? R-Type Final, it's so good. And they're making the second one. The second one was announced on April 1st, and I was like, it's not happening.
I saw that.
Because the whole point of it being called Final was that it's the last in the series.
Apparently it's real. It's not an April Fool's prank.
It is real. I'm excited. ESP Galuda, another one of them cave shooter thingies. So expensive. Arika, that's a company that published one of the roguelikes that I've been looking up lately too. I can't remember which one, but they did. Oh, more shoot 'em ups. Raiden 3. You ready for a real good price here?
Oh boy.
God.
$138 more or less.
That's stupid. I mean, like, it's a really good game, but I want to say you can get that on PlayStation Network. I think maybe it's 5. I don't know.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, if there's a cheaper way to play it.
Neo Contra. I actually just watched a video by Guy Gillionaire about how Contra is the name is the same in Japanese and English, and they have different meanings, but it ends up being the same pretty much. Pretty weird. Yeah, Zettai Zetsumi Toshi 2. This is one of those disaster survival games. I don't want to pay.
I think you've mentioned it in almost every Heart Officers video so far. There's the VR version on PS4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
This one on PS2.
it's a really, really good series, and it's everywhere. So every time it comes up, I'm just like, oh, there it is. Look at that. But yeah, pretty cool.
Nifty.
Nifty. Ooh, Game Boys.
Oh, look at that DMG01 style Game Boy Pocket.
That thing is slick.
My most coveted Game Boy Pocket, but I think it was like $40. Not terrible. Didn't jump that day.
Yeah, that thing is pretty sexy looking though. I like it a lot.
Yeah. And Suruga-ya also has a lot of like collectibles, figures, board games.
Yep.
We kind of stick to the game area
Because we just
for
don't
now,
really
at least.
know about other stuff enough to even make commentary, honestly. Saturn,
But
nice.
if you do know about that stuff, you'd probably have a really good time.
It's true.
I think that Saturn was cheap too. It's like 1,900 yen.
Yeah, which
I wanna
is
say.
how much I paid for the one that I got for you and for mine. Because, yeah, I've been looking for a PC engine. I want to say I could probably get one for like $30. Oh, Final Fantasy
Zach
2
found
for
something.
100 yen. Yes, I definitely bought that. I don't even have a Wonder Swan color yet, but I totally bought it because that's a great deal. Oh
Trip
god,
World. Maybe the most expensive Game Boy game. I'm not sure. $184.
I want to say there was one that was more expensive somewhere, but
It's up there.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of them.
there's some arcade cab motherboards. What do we got?
And for some cool games too. I can't remember what all they had. But
Yeah.
You can see Zach like, oh, they have this and this and this.
We were listing them. I was listing them all off, but yeah, I then said they had like Metal Slug and stuff like that too. Like pretty intense.
Like $420. It looks like they're
That sound-
$370.
I mean, like that's the price that I'd expect to pay for an arcade motherboard, though. Like that sounds like a
Yeah.
price that you would like. That sounds reasonable. Mark III, Turbo Duo. God, Turbo.
So cool.
They're so cool, but they're so expensive.
Yeah, like $400.
Yeah. Wait, was that? I didn't see the price. All right, probably close to $400. Sega CD. I don't even see Sega CD games. Like you see some obscure systems. Like I see 3DO sometimes. Have you ever seen Sega
Yeah.
CD games in Japan? Like anywhere?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
But I haven't really been looking for them either.
I don't even know what they would look like because in the US they're like the tall boxes. That's a real nice looking Sega Saturn controller. Love that color scheme.
Yep. I
Yeah.
think I ended up picking that one up.
Did you? Sweet. Don't remember
Pretty
that. But we spent a long time in here. I remember that now.
Yeah.
There was
That's
just,
what always happens when we go to Suruga-ya.
It's true. I just saw the Willow game for whatever system is on the shelf there. I think Famicom maybe. Willow, that movie from the 80s. I think it was the 80s. Oh god.
Lots of Famicom games, Super Famicom on the other side in boxes.
Gun Knock. This is a really, really, really surprisingly fast-paced shooter for Famicom, and for $100, that's a price.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's way less than it costs in the U.S. I think 2,600. That was released on a cartridge in the U.S. instead of on a Famicom disc. But,
Yeah, those are all disc system games.
Yep.
Box Game Boy games.
Oh yeah, Grandia Parallel Trippers. Really want that. It actually is not bad. 900 yen. I just don't have a Game Boy, so it's hard to justify.
And I do have a Game Boy, but I can't play JRPGs in Japanese. I'm just not there, man.
You could try. There's always the wonderful idea of making your wife do it for you. To translate, she
I
loves
tried that with Grandia on PlayStation.
Yeah,
and she hated it. Look at all these Game Boy games.
I know,
and
it's
boxes.
Yeah, it's surprising how
That
many.
is super pricey.
I feel like we've said this in earlier videos, but it takes saying again. It's amazing how many good condition boxed old games there are just like at stores in Japan. People take immaculate care of stuff here.
It's great.
Yeah. Is that
Oh, and I
R-Type?
found R-Type. I think it was at Beep. I was considering buying it for like 1,200 yen.
Yeah.
But again, patience paid off. Got it for 600 here.
Have you played it yet?
Yeah, I have. It's really cool.
Nice. Nice.
Zach's like,
That's
"Hey,
me
God,
showing
look."
you some nights.
Look what I found. Finally found Knights at a price that I happily bought it at.
Yeah, 400 ain't
400
bad. I
yen.
think you could find it for 100 if you looked harder, but 400 is more than reasonable.
I just want the 3D controller now because I tried to play it with the 2D one and
Yeah.
it wasn't happening.
That it's not
Nemesis
good fun.
2.
Dude.
I really want it. It's always expensive. I'm gonna hold out.
I feel like that's worth it for the quality of that game, but it's just hard to justify paying that much for a game.
Yeah. I'm getting to the point now where I have all the readily available cheap Game Boy games. I'm gonna have to start paying for the ones that I want next.
Yeah. For this roguelike video we're working on, I've started. I'm gonna have to pay like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 yen for some stuff. Oh, here it is. Doo-doo.
Yeah, the second Uzumaki game. Well, I don't know if it was the second to come out, but it was 2 out of 2 that I needed.
Nice.
So
that
now
goes
I
in
have
the
both
basket.
of the Uzumaki Wonder Swan games, but no Wonder Swan.
This made me real sad because I paid like 3 times that in Nakano the day before. That's my sad face at that price.
Yeah.
No good.
Oh well.
Final Fantasy IV was on Wonder Swan Color, which I didn't even know until we found this at the Suruga-ya. I knew 1 and 2 were on there, but 4 being on there is sweet.
That's real cool.
Yeah, I need to get a crystal, but that, yeah, $100 or more.
That's money.
Yeah.
Some Neo Geo games?
Neo Geo. No, these are PC
MSX.
games. Yeah,
Oh.
old like PC 98 MSX. Oh, Load Runner.
I love Load Runner.
Kyle loves Load Runner. It's
At that price, and
Okay.
I don't have a Wonder Swan yet. I didn't pick it up. Eventually, I might. I think I'm going to start collecting Load Runner games.
Nice.
Well, I guess I already have started.
Yeah, that's not a.
I'll get
I
more
guess,
serious about it.
That's not an. I guess I'll start. That's a started. Oh, what do we got? Sega Rally.
Why didn't
That's
I buy that?
Because you could find it for cheaper. You could find it for 100 yen if you looked.
Yeah, I just want to play it though, man.
It's really good, but it's also like there's only like 3 tracks and 2 cars. Like it's a really, really, really small scale game. It's really good. The controls are awesome, but yeah. Princess Maker 2. Make yourself a princess. If that wasn't a Saturn collection like re-release of it, I probably actually would have bought it just because 300 yen to make a princess. Obviously, that's a
Yeah, duh.
given. God.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Brain Dead 13. I want to say, like, I've heard the name of this before, but I don't know anything about it.
It's like an animated full-motion video game. I bet it's fun. Looks interesting, at least.
Looks like
hand-drawn
Dragon's Lair
style.
or like Space Ace,
Yeah.
one of those. Oh, Police Nuts. This is one of those Hideo Kojima games, kind of like Snatcher,
Yes.
only not Snatcher. I actually have this, but it's not in. It wasn't in quite this good a condition, so it was a lot cheaper. But I need to actually play it. But that's true of 100 and some games I have now. So.
There's tons of these full-motion video or like interactive anime style games, but I
Yeah.
mean it's by Kojima, so of course we want to play that one.
It's true. And Police Knots works with the Virtugun, which is sweet. Kitchen Stadium Tour. Look at some. God. What is wrong
I think
with
you
that?
just wanted to show off how terrible the art on the back
so
is.
bad. Why? What even is it? Oh, look at all
It's
this.
like a blown-up screenshot, low resolution.
Oh. That's a Dark Savior. Didn't you buy this?
Yeah, I did. It's kind of like a action platformer thingy majiggy.
Yeah.
I've played it for maybe 30 minutes so
Oh, did
far.
you play it that day?
fun, though.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kyle started to play it when I was getting ready to leave Tokyo, and I only saw like the first 10 minutes, but it looked real cool. I have it too,
I
actually.
got to a part where I kept falling off a platform. Jeez.
9,000. Neo Geo CD. There's a guy on Twitter named Sudden who actually found a Neo Geo CD for like 5,000 yen at a local book off, and I was real jealous because I want a Neo Geo CD real bad.
That's a good deal for that, too.
I know, and the games are reasonable actually on that compared to the cartridge ones. This is 3DO. Yeah, get some Sailor Moon on 3DO.
Super Famicom.
Nice.
Those games are everywhere, but lots of good stuff. One of the best systems ever. IMHO.
I've already started buying Super Famicom games even though I don't have a system, but I've only bought boxed. I think I'm just gonna stick to boxed because I'm picky like
You're
that.
a fancy boy now.
I'm a fancy boy, and it keeps me from buying too much. Ooh, that's a price.
I'd love to have it,
Yeah.
but not that day, not at that price.
No.
Maybe another time.
Super Castlevania.
Super Castlevania 4.
2300. That's wasn't it like 1500 at Beep?
At Beep, it was 3,000, I think.
Oh, damn,
It was a
okay.
little bit more than that.
Gotcha. Rockman 10. Wow. Wasn't
That's
that
crazy.
That was so much cheaper at that other book off? Which one? The one in Nakano, right?
Yeah. Nakano, we saw it for 1,200. I
Yeah.
kind of wish I would have bought it at that price.
You should have. Gunner's Heaven. This is supposed to be a pretty sweet action game, but it's also a little bit out of my budget. It's kind of a Gunstar Heroes style kind of thing. I think it might have even been made with the same people. I don't know.
It looks real neat.
Oh, what do we got here? Let's see. Ooh, I actually ended up buying this. It's Super Ghouls and Ghosts, or Ghosts and Goblins, or it's the arcade versions of them, but had been craving.
In Japanese, Makaimura, is that how you say it?
Makaimura, yeah. And I've been craving to play that game. Get tortured, so I did it. Oh, this one's
Another
for you,
Lode
Kyle.
Runner game. Really tempted. There were just so many good games to buy at that store. I think I ended up passing on those.
That was a problem we ran into this day, was there was a lot of stuff that I wanted, but it's like, if I picked up all the stuff that I found, at reasonable prices even, that I really wanted, I would have gone way over budget, so I just had to pick and choose. Load
You have to make hard decisions sometimes.
Hard officers making those hard decisions.
That's right.
Load
That cool art on the cover, though.
Yeah, I know, that's the Final Doom. This, man, if that was like 500 yen cheaper, it would have been real tempting. I love Doom. Oh, now we're
Moving
outside
on to the book off.
at the book off in Ikebukuro, which was pretty good. I thought they had
Yeah.
they had a good amount of games. I was feeling not fantastic. Something was wrong with my shoulder for some reason for that day, and so I just like,
As you can see clearly there.
yep, that face was a my shoulder doesn't feel good face, and so I didn't get to like dig around in this store quite as much as I wanted to, because I was not feeling great. But game, huh?
The bog standard rack of old consoles that you find in every book off.
Yep,
They're
they're
usually
all
at the front of the store.
Plastic wrapped. What was that you just picked up anyway?
Was it a PS3?
I don't know. I couldn't even tell.
I think it
just-
was.
Yeah.
And we ended up getting a little bit lost. They have these games here at the front, and for some reason we thought if we followed them it would lead us to the games, but the games are kind of like in a little bit of a counterintuitive place. So I think here in a minute we might wander around a bit.
Yeah, they were like way off in a different area of the store, but so many DSs and PSPs and Vitas at like every book off.
Yeah, DSs are dirt cheap, and there's a lot of good games, so it's a great system to buy for.
Yep. There's some PSPs. I've noticed that the Vita has a great library. I've been really tempted to get a Vita lately, but I'm tempted to get like everything right now. It just keeps expanding. It's like, I think I want a Dreamcast. I think I want a PC Engine. I think I want a Vita. And Neo Geo CD is cool. It's like, it never ends. N64 controllers. Ooh.
And now we're like, where's the games?
Yeah, we're like, wait a
Where are
minute.
we? How
It
did
just
we get
ended.
here?
There's no games. And I remember you saying like, okay, there are definitely games here. There's not like, that can't be it. There has to be games. I think I'm saying that right now as we're walking through like
We're just
racks
walking
of DVDs.
further away from where the games actually
Yeah,
are.
we're going in completely the wrong direction right now. But where are the
But we
games
end up
at?
finding some game music here.
Yeah, they're like, this is not games. This is game music. This is not what we're looking for. Nice.
Oh, and I found this CD of these androgynous people kissing. It's a really good album by the band Suede.
Is that album called Nude?
I think the label is Nude. The album
nice.
is just called Suede.
That's sweet. Some video game magazines. Still not video games. Where are the games?
But sometimes it's nice to get lost. You find other game-related things.
The Capcom Retro Game Collection for PlayStation. It's actually a game. In like a book. There's a CD in there, I'm pretty sure. But
That's cool.
yeah, put it back. Wait. Oh, there it is. We found them.
We found it.
Hooray.
It's near the front of the store.
Yeah.
In case you go to this book off, just turn left at the door and it should be there.
Yeah, it's like the second row over. But they had a lot of stuff here. I mean, like, yeah. PlayStation 1, I feel like they had a really...
PS4 games.
Yeah. And there's the game systems. I don't know how we didn't see, like, the shelves of games right there to our right when we walked in, but, you know.
We're not the smartest people.
Or we can
the
take a
planet.
minute to kind of... Ooh. PS4. We don't look at a lot of PS4. I mean, you have one and I have one both, but it's like... I feel like it's not
I always
quite...
check out Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
You can find it real cheap. I've heard the campaign's amazing, so
Yeah.
definitely want to play it.
PlayStation 3. Some loose handheld games.
Indeed.
Kyle digging through his
In the
Game Boy
basket.
stuff.
Yeah, probably some Game Boy games.
Game Boy Advance.
See some Vita games down there.
Vita games.
Really taking my time on these loose carts. I don't know what I was looking for.
Yeah, I don't know either. I like loose cards. I'm just like, oh, yep, whatever. Like, Doom on Switch. It's so weird that actually worked, like, well. Good job, Doom creators, for programming efficiently.
I love the
Yeah.
Sonic Mania box. I still don't have Sonic Mania, but everybody says it's like one of the best Sonic games ever.
And 700 yen is actually fairly reasonable, I feel like, at this point, for as good of a game as that apparently is. It'll be one of the ones I pick up when I get a Switch for sure.
Yeah, it's on my list.
Ooh. Sonic Mania. Yeah, Smash Brothers. So many copies of Smash Brothers. Oh, now we're into DS. Oh, look at all those brain training games. Yeah. Get smart.
That whole shelf. Insane. It's all just brain training games.
It's pretty silly. Oh, I'm looking at PlayStation. What do we got?
You're in the shooting category, of course.
Of course I am.
Zach's favorite.
Gradius. It's more than I want to pay. It's Gradius and Gradius 2, though. I mean, like... Yeah. It's expensive. Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon. I'm playing that right now. It's a really good game. That is
And
sweet.
this.
Oh my god. What? What is it?
$160 for this. It looks like a beat 'em up.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks really cool.
What's the title of it?
And the art on the cover is really awesome. There's a baby driving a mech.
Yeah. Oh, it's Captain
Some kind
Commando.
of stretchy purple dude.
Yeah. Yeah, man, they had a lot of PlayStation games here. It was pretty sweet. Ooh.
And
Now we're
then we worked up an appetite looking at games. Tried this roast beef abura soba.
Yeah, these noodles with oil in them. Me having a beer. Feeling great.
That place was really good.
Yeah, it was extremely good. Very recommended. We'll put a link to it, like, where they are in the description, I guess. But here we are.
And
our
here's
things.
everything we picked up.
Yeah.
Zach, you want to start it off? What'd
Yeah,
you get?
I got that Final Fantasy 2 on the left, and then the Capcom Generations back there in the back. It's the Ghouls and Ghosts and Goblins collection. I think that's all I got, actually. I got a pretty
Damn,
small...
you kept it light.
Yeah, a haul.
So everything else is mine.
Yeah, but I mean, the day before we were Nakano, and I got so much that day, so... What did you get, Kyle?
I got Dark Savior for the Sega Saturn for 700 yen.
Ooh.
Paneru de Pon for the Super Famicom for my wife. I mean, I like it too, but
Yeah.
it was one of the requirements of me going out buying games that day is that I find that game for her.
I do remember her saying that to you in the morning, yeah.
And the second Uzumaki game that I needed, I think this is the one that's more of like the visual novel for the Wonder Swan.
Yeah.
Got that Suede CD. I used to have the cassette tape. I played the crap out of it in my old Honda CRV, so I have to have that CD now.
That and that They Might Be Giants Flood cassette.
Yeah. And of course that Sega Saturn controller. I got another copy of Puyo Puyo. to round out my collection for like every system that I have.
They're so cheap, you can't help but not buy them.
Knight for 400 yen, good deal. R-Type for the Game Boy for 600. Come on, I can't say no. And Aquanauts Holiday for 100 yen.
Not
Pretty
bad.
good little haul.
Yeah, and I don't think anything was over 1,000 yen. Or except for Uzumaki. Uzumaki was over 1,000, but everything else was really reasonable. Good job.
So, spent a bit of money, but got a lot of fun stuff.
Absolutely.
And had a great time going out with my dear friend Zachary,
I
looking
also
at games.
enjoyed spending a wonderful day with my dear friend Kyle. Ikebukuro is good for games, though. I feel like it's surprisingly.
It's a good spot.
Yep.
You might think to go to Akihabara or... that's the... Of course,
everybody's
the most
like
obvious
Akihabara, which... but I feel like you can get better deals, outside of Akihabara. And Ikebukuro is one of those places. Very recommended.
It's true.
Yep.
Definitely check it out. It's on the Yamanote Line, easy to find.
Absolutely.
And we hope you had as much fun watching as we had making this video.
I hope
playing these games.
I hope it was a wonderful time for you.
Please subscribe to the channel if you liked it. Give us a thumbs up also if you liked it. And come back for more videos like this and other videos that are in the works.
Yes.
Like, Zach, do you want to give a little tease of what you've been working on?
For a few weeks now, I've been working on a mystery dungeon style console roguelikes history video, which sounds really, really long and wordy, but it's actually a pretty, vast library of games, especially in Japan. And so it's kind of going to be a history of that and what was released when, up through maybe like PlayStation 2-ish. And then we're going to talk about roguelikes and what they were. Kind of, new style, do something a little different. Should be cool. I'm really excited. It's almost done, so look forward to that.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for that. And of course, more hauls, videos like this, and other projects coming up in the future. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks.
See you next time.
See ya.
Should be like this link's from you.
Okay.
What do you think pond bag means?
Sorry.